Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening this beautiful Memorial Day. I wanted to just say a few words this morning about the last week. It's been an interesting week of all sorts of feels. I don't know about you, I've had waves of grief and anger and irritation, frustration, and then unbridled joy out of nowhere. And it's just been kind of interesting navigating all of those emotions in a particular time. And in the midst of all of this going on, I really started to reflect on how much time I have spent throughout my life trying to control my emotions or get a handle on myself. And I've consciously tried to undo that feeling or that programming, I guess. I worked for many years in corporate human resources. And in one of my first HR roles, I was told that I was too emotional and that showing too much emotion would end up hurting my career. And so I paid close attention to that at the time. It made quite an impact. And I realized how much I started compartmentalizing my emotions for better or for worse. There's always pros and cons to that. And what I will say is the act of noticing how often and in what situations my emotions came up was in part really good training for life and for observing and practicing non-attachment, which we often do in meditation. It also, I guess, led me to some pretty unhelpful behaviors like repressing my emotions or denying that I even had emotions, or perhaps even telling myself a bunch of stories about the emotions that I was having that may or may not have been true. And so I suppose traversing all of these responses, this sort of spectrum of human responses or emotional responses in the human experience, is really finding what works for each of us. And so today, to help us all in navigating a range of emotions, I thought we might do something called the RAIN practice. And so RAIN is an acronym for recognizing, so that's the R. A is allowing, I is investigating, and then N is nurturing or nourishing. And when you bring a curiosity to what you're feeling, when you slow yourself down and you notice the emotions as they come up and you really pay attention with your intention of understanding, then the emotions actually can move through you more quickly. They can release, and they don't need to be essentially any baggage in the body. They can simply move through. But when you repress or you deny the emotions, you really, in my mind, lose an opportunity to really understand them and to reduce your suffering, perhaps dis-ease or disease in the body. And it helps you put yourself in a position of choosing in any given moment your interpretation of what's happening. And asking yourself what is really true. And this is at the corner of, or to me, a cornerstone of self-awareness, is practicing this mindfulness. I will also say, if you are ever in a state of severe ups and downs, really not able to get a handle on your emotions, feeling like you're drowning, which may or may not have happened in your past, then I also say it is a good time to reach out and get help. Anybody who is professionally trained who can help you navigate those things is a good thing in those moments. Okay, so the practice that we're going to do today has 4 steps. R, again, is recognizing the emotion or the emotions that are coming up for you in the present moment. And just asking yourself, what am I feeling in this moment? And you might say, I'm experiencing anger. Then you have A, which is allowing that feeling or those feelings to exist. So letting the experience be there without trying to change it or alter it in any way, or trying to fix it, suppress it. You might say to yourself in those moments, it's okay for me to feel this way. I remember there were many times in COVID where I felt like my buttons were being pushed, and I kept telling myself, it's okay for me to have these feelings. I'm experiencing frustration. I'm experiencing loneliness, whatever it might be. And then I would say in those moments also just focusing on the breath to help calm the body. The I is investigate the feeling. So bringing attention to your body and really using your natural curiosity to explore the experience that you're having in the body with interest, with kindness, with compassion. Where is this feeling in your body? Is it in your throat? Is it in your head? Is it here? Is it behind your eye? Is it in your belly? Really tuning into where those feelings or that feeling is housed. And then the final one in the RAIN practice is nurturing or nourishing. And doing that with yourself, practicing self compassion. What does this hurting part of you need in this moment? And from that space, perhaps putting yourself into the shoes of a person who really loves and cares about you. And that might be a family member, it might be a friend who adores you. What in that moment might their response be to you? Would it be compassion? Would it be care, kindness, nurturing again? Okay, so today we will start with a short breath awareness practice. Then we will move into the RAIN practice. And we're going to do that as a standalone meditation, but I will say you can do this practice anytime, anywhere. You can do it for a minute, you can do it for 30 seconds, you can do it for a full 30-minute meditation. For today's meditation, we'll be practicing for about 20-25 minutes. And as always, I will keep track of the time. All right, so let's begin. If you haven't already, go ahead and find a comfortable seat and settling into the space around you. If you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. Or you can gaze softly at a point in front of you, whatever feels good to you. Resting your hands on your lap or at your sides. And begin deepening the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Settling the nervous system and allowing everything to be exactly as it is in this moment. You might begin with some long, slow, and deep breaths. Slowing the heart rate. There's no place to go. There's nowhere to be. Nothing to do. Just being here in this present moment with and for yourself. Allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm and depth. And taking a moment just to check in with yourself. How am I in this moment? letting go of anything that came before this meditation, anything that's to come. Being here. You might tune in to any sensations now in the body. Noticing the contact points between you and the seat or the sofa, the cushion beneath you. The chair against your back. Perhaps your feet on the floor or beneath you. The feeling of your hands in your lap or at your sides. You might notice the clothing against your skin. The feeling of your hair against your neck, on your temples. Noticing any other places that your attention might go. Tuning in with curiosity, compassion. And tuning in now to the rise and fall of your breath. Noticing how the breath feels as it moves in and out of the body. The subtle sensations of the breath as you inhale and you exhale. Letting the breath be natural. Letting each breath invite a softness inside of you. Let it nourish you. Becoming aware of the whole body being breathed. Expanding, contracting. Perfect synchronicity. And with each breath, returning to a sense of ease and calm, allowing things to settle and to rest. Silently asking yourself now, what am I feeling? What emotions am I feeling right here, right now? Perhaps there's a slight residue of some sadness or some lightness of being, some joy, perhaps anxiety or anger, perhaps bliss. Letting go of any stories that you might be telling yourself and simply ask, what emotions am I feeling right now? If you notice that there are a variety of feelings, you might name and greet each one. Joy, joy, sad, sad. You might greet the emotions. I see you, anger. Hi, worry. Gently repeating your greetings over and over again. And if you feel at any point overwhelmed or distressed, simply move your attention back to the breath and open your eyes to ground yourself. There may be a whole myriad of emotions that you feel that you simply recognize. This is the R in rain, recognizing exactly what's here, what wants to be noticed. Now let's focus on the A in rain, allowing, allowing this feeling or these feelings to be here. Emotions are simply energy in motion. Letting emotions come and go, resisting the need or the desire to push them away or to judge them in any way. Allowing whatever is true for you in this moment to be exactly as it is. No need to change, explain, suppress. Feeling it all. Tuning in now to where the feelings are located in your body. Investigating that, the I in rain. What's your body's response to whatever emotion is here? Do the emotions have a shape, a color, a certain vibration in the body? Notice what the body tells you, the quality or the qualities of the feelings without any judgment. We're investigating now the full spectrum of emotion in the body. No judgment. Now let's move into bringing some nurturing to the emotion itself, or all of the emotions that you're feeling. This is the N in rain. You might see or feel or imagine cradling this part of you, the emotions that you're feeling, like a mother would cradle its baby, or a friend might cradle her child. Bringing compassion and love to yourself. Recognizing that everyone has emotions, that you're not alone. That this range of emotions is part of the human experience. These emotions are our common humanity. It's what connects us all to each other. If you're so inclined, you might gently place your hand on your heart or against your cheek. And in this moment, ask yourself, what do I need? What is the most compassionate thing that I can do for myself in this moment? Perhaps I need to be heard. Perhaps I need to hug myself. Perhaps I just need to be still. And notice in this moment, as you nurture yourself, the language that you use, the tone that you bring, offering words of comfort or soothing yourself with these words in this tone. showing yourself the deepest compassion, and patience, love. And letting your whole body relax into this moment as you let these emotions wash over you, move through you without judgment. Feeling at home in the breath, at home in this moment. We'll spend the next couple of minutes in silence, allowing any emotions and any feelings to circulate through your being. I'll keep track of the time. In these final moments of our meditation, I'd like to share a poem from Danna Faulds. It's called Walking Slowly. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, and be, and walk slowly into the mystery. I invite you now to gradually bring your attention back to the space around you. Wiggling the fingers or the toes, or both, to bring some gentle movement back into the body. Gradually deepening the breath. And if you're so inclined, perhaps wrapping yourself in your own arms to show yourself love and appreciation. Tuning into your heart space for a moment. And giving yourself thanks for being here today. For doing this practice and for engaging with your emotions. You might gently unwrap your arms. And when you're ready, you're welcome to blink your eyes open. Taking in the space around you with new and fresh eyes. You might stretch your arms overhead or out to your sides. Whatever feels good to you. If you're so inclined to bring your hands together, perhaps generating a bit of heat by rubbing your palms together, you can do that now. And bringing your thumb knuckles to your breastbone, looking at these beautiful faces across from you, your beautiful surroundings, and honoring yourself for showing up today. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. We'll see you next time.